Ions. An ion is defined as a charged atom. This means it has a positive or negative charge. Metals and hydrogen form positive ions, known as cations, by losing valence electrons. Valence electrons are those electrons found in the outer shell. Non-metals form negative ions or anions by gaining valence electrons. For example, take sodium Na. Sodium is in group 1 of the periodic table. It therefore has one outer electron. To become stable, it needs a full outer shell. The easiest way to do this is to lose that outer electron. It now becomes sodium positive. So group 1, such as sodium, lithium, potassium, form ions of charge +1 by losing one electron. Another example is oxygen. Oxygen is in the 6th group of the periodic table, ignoring the transition elements, and has 6 outer electrons. The easiest way to have a full outer shell is to gain 2 electrons by gaining 2 valence electrons, 1, 2 extras. It now has a full outer shell and becomes oxygen 2 negative. Notice the charge is written at the top right hand corner, the number first. In the case of 1, the 1 is not written, just the positive charge. If you now look at the actual periodic table, you can work out the ions that are formed. Group 1 here on the left, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium and so on, have one valence electron and form ions of a charge +1. Group 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, form +2. On the other side of the periodic table, the noble gases already have a full outer shell, so they are unreactive and they do not form ions. Group 7, the halogens, have 7 outer electrons, so they gain one for a full shell, becoming fluorine minus, chlorine minus, bromine minus, a charge of -1. Oxygen has 6 outer electrons, so therefore becomes oxygen 2 minus, and so on. Ions are formed when a metal and a non-metal react. So for example, when sodium reacts with chlorine, it donates its outer valence electron to the chlorine, forming Na+, Cl-, which combines to give you sodium chloride, otherwise known as salt.